to make them tuck their whole summer in.
New York City, you listen to me. If you're near a convenience store right now, any type of 24-hour store, go into the store right now and put your hand in the cash register for no reason. Their money is your money as of right now.
Knicks fans for the first time in 27 years, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals.
I know what the finals in New York should look like. Orange and blue, everywhere you look. Everyone looking fly in their game day best, of course. But it's also how the city starts to look at the game. That look in our eyes, staring adversity in the face. And the face we make when we look up and know what time it is.
Three-pointer, puts it in! The Brunson burner has been lit. Captain Clutch has come along to the hole. And the Knicks are flying high. Shot clock at 1. Bridges puts up the three, puts it in! It's a Knicks avalanche from downtown.
It's how we look at each other.
Every single one of the guys on the team has sacrificed. Every single one of the guys on the team has a competitive spirit. Every single one of the guys on the team is connected. Every single one of the guys believe in each other in the process.
Shannon puts it up, puts it in! Bedlam here at Madison Square Garden.
Hey, when I look around, it's always Knicks. That's when I know. This team, this city, it's got the look.
Are you fucking hyped or what?
Let's go!
Yeah! What's up, Knicks fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? Yo. KB, lower my volume a little bit. I can hear myself.
Oh, there we go.
It is crazy the timeline that we're in right now. Okay, the Knicks are in the finals. The Knicks are on one of the most historic playoff runs of all time. The Knicks are on one of the historic 11-game win streaks of all times in terms of dominance. You know what I'm saying? OBJ is back. You know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett is on the Rams. You know what I'm saying? The Rossini files turn out to be true because A.J. Brown is on the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alrell Reese looks like the next Ray Lewis. Like,
all right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, KB. They haven't seen us in a minute. Shout out to Toast. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jay in the chat. Guys, as you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button as you're coming in. Listen, KB, before we even get into the Knicks, how you been, my brother? It's been a minute. You guys know for me, I've been at my sister's wedding, so that took me out for a week. I think the week before that, we didn't do one either. I think I was busy. I can't even remember what the hell I was busy with. And then you were busy last week, but we're back.
Yeah,
we're back now.
Yeah, it feels good to be back, man. The Giants are shaking things up, trying to keep up with the with how the Knicks are doing right now. It's awesome. I mean, seeing the Knicks, first of all, seeing the support for the Knicks is absolutely insane. Like, the entire world is behind the Knicks right now, which is not something that's very common. Like, as a Giants fan, like, everybody knows about the Giants, but like nobody really like backs them. But everybody's backing the Knicks right now, which is crazy to see.
It's like, I definitely get what you're saying. It's so much more than the Giants have had in a long time in terms of support from non-fans. I wouldn't say everybody, because there's definitely a couple people out there. You know, Spurs, they got some fans. Victor Wembanyama. I'm a fan of Vic himself. And there's some people, obviously rooting for the Spurs because of how great Vic is. But yeah, the Giants haven't had that for a while, KB, because I think you know the reason. We're asked no matter what, and they still see us in primetime, and they're annoyed by that. They still hear our stories all over the news, and they're annoyed by that. Whereas the Knicks, I don't know if lovable loser is the right, the right label to give them for what they were for a long time. Yeah, I mean,
like if we saw the Browns going to the Super Bowl, I think the whole world would want the Browns to win. Like, I don't know.
Like, the Knicks were just so bad during the entire decade of the 2000s. They had, like, literally a couple, I could count on my fingers, a couple of years in the 2010s where they weren't bad with Melo. They had a couple moments with Linsanity and stuff like that. They really were bad for 2 straight decades, before, shout out to Tom Thibodeau, he came, and Julius Randle. Shout out to all those guys that are no longer here to help turn the franchise around. And then we got Jalen Brunson, and then we got Mike Brown this year, which didn't begin all that good. But KB, before I get too much into it, man, you tell the chat. Let me switch to the beautiful lower thirds you made for us. You tell the chat how you're feeling about the title right now, man.
Listen, I can't sit here and be like, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I've been watching Knicks for this amount of years, but listen, I watched the Knicks on and off throughout the years, and one of the reasons why I was never able to get into basketball is because the Knicks were so ass. Like, I never really was brought into, be a basketball fan, let alone a Knicks fan. It was kind of like I was already a Knicks fan because of my family. And I was just like, it is what it is with them. But
and who are you gonna cheer for if not the Knicks? The freaking Magic?
Exactly, exactly. And like, I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna stray away from the family, tradition.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stray away from, generations of fandom. You know what I mean? So like, if I was born a Knicks fan and my whole family's Knicks fans, I gotta be one as well. So like, that's the reason why I never really got into basketball. But over the past couple of years, you start to see them develop and get a little bit better. Like, it started like when they drafted Porzingis, and they started like there was some hope with Porzingis, and I started to pay attention a little bit more. But seeing where this team has come from to where they're at right now is absolutely insane, and seeing the historic run that they're on is even better. Like, right now they're 11-0. They're 11-0, had 2 sweeps, and the way in which they did so is historic as well, with the amount of the point differential as well. So like, they're killing it on all sides right now, and they're clicking on all cylinders. And if I'm not mistaken, listen, you know more NBA than I do. If I'm not mistaken, besides Cat, because Cat has had a long history of like domination, I guess. He's been known in the NFL as one of the better players in the NFL. But Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, before he went on the Knicks, like, they weren't looked at as like these championship dudes. Like OG and OB and then the guys they have on the bench, like, they weren't looked at as a team or as players individually that like are gonna win you championships. Besides, I would say Cat. But look at them now. Like, they're one of the best teams in a playoff run in a long time. Probably since that the dynasty of the Warriors.
Vets, give him a break, bro. He's excited. All right,
I said NFL.
You know what he meant.
Well, listen, I'm used to saying NFL. I am an NFL dude. Like, I live, breathe, and sleep, eat football.
This is the second stream in a row, KB. I'm not taking no damn excuses. Put the Knicks banner up. Get a second thing to hold it up, man. God damn it.
I have it here.
What is he doing, chat?
I can't.
What is he doing?
I only have one tack, bro.
I know that you can run to the dollar store on the weekends. This guy, he still got the Giants one in the plastic. That's kind of crazy, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
it's still in the plastic.
Keep it nice, man.
Yeah, my shit is dusted up. It's back at my parents' apartment. It is dusted. Over the years, just how much dust collected over it. I know that one didn't come with a plastic. I don't think so.
Yo,
all right, get that up there.
Get in.
Pause.
There we go.
Pause. I don't know if that was pause-worthy, chat, but you can't be too safe. Also, later in the stream, I will ask KB on an update on if he replaced that freaking door yet, because he's just tanking his house value.
Oh, no.
That shit is still broken. That shit
is
broken, man. I told y'all he got CTE. Y'all don't believe me. Man.
I don't plan to sell it in a long time, so we're all right. I'll get it replaced at some point.
You guys will see the signs eventually. He'll start twitching. one day during stream. You know what I'm saying? He'll space out, not know what the hell just happened, and then be like, "Oh, yo, we live." All right, but yo, the crazy part of what you said, KB, you said only Cat. That's the crazy thing. In the NBA, Cat wasn't even viewed as that, bro. Cat was viewed at as best, maybe, and I'm talking about at best, maybe like a top 20 player in the league. He was definitely one of the better big men, but because he was always sort of one-sided, he was always more offensive heavy rather than defensive heavy, and because his play style didn't necessarily have him in the paint. Remember, he's one of the best shooting big men, if not the best shooting big man of all time. He's always on the perimeter more than in the paint. That kind of restricted him from getting into those talks. He was a franchise player because he was a number 1 overall pick from Minnesota and whatnot. Then when they got Anthony Edwards, who's one of the up-and-coming stars in the league, he's going to be one of the best players in the league. You know, then they saw, oh, you're saying to yourself, all right, Cat can be a piece in a championship-level team, but he still got shipped at the end of the day. Clearly, they didn't believe in him that much to ship us to him. You know what I mean? But you're right on everybody else. Jalen Brunson, let's not forget the narratives around this guy when the Knicks signed him and when they were clearing cap space to sign him. You got talking heads and even some fans. And I'm not calling out these fans because nobody knew Brunson was going to be this good.
Yeah, nobody.
Right? There were people that thought he was going to take a step forward. I mean, that's why the Knicks were signing him in the first place. They obviously thought he was going to take a step forward. But he was a guy that was a second-round pick, that was the backup to Luka Doncic, and people didn't realize it. But in that playoff run, he became the sidekick. And when Luka went down with the injury, he carried the Mavs. Now, when you go back now, hindsight is 2020, you really look at what he did during that, I think, was it the 2022 playoffs or the 2021 playoffs where Luka went down? You can only say that guy led the Mavs when Luka was not on the floor. He led them to a series win. That was the same year that he began his annual spanking of Donovan Mitchell. I've been saying it for years, and people saw it again this year on the national stage. This man owns Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. It's not even funny. No matter, I don't think he's ever lost to this man in playoffs, like series-wise. Like, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Nobody expected Brunson to be that. We signed him. The narrative at the time was, oh my God, we overpaid
him
for a role player. Immediately, I mean, becomes a superstar in New York.
It didn't even take a learning curve. It didn't even take a little bit of time for him to adjust. Like, he immediately just snapped. Yeah.
Literally, his game 1 with the Knicks. Somebody look up the stats for me. I'm pretty sure it was close to a 30 ball. Like, game 1, you knew that guy was here. And that was with Randall. That was with Randall on team. I know that Mike said, don't speak about that bum Julius Randle. Hey, man, I got to give credit to Dubious Handle and to Tom Thibodeau. They helped turn this squad around, bro. Like, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. The Knicks
we have to remember,
before
we got to remember all of the players that were good, that were just on the team at the wrong moment and tried their best here. Like, come on, there were a bunch of them. Julius Randle especially. Julius Randle put his heart and soul in.
He put his heart and soul into the city and into. Yes. Nobody's calling him great.
Yeah, and he made himself play better than he actually was for the Knicks. And then a lot of other players, a lot of other role players, like freaking IQ, bro. You know, coming off the bench and how good he was. Like
Reggie Bullock in the 2021 playoffs, man.
Bro, there's a bunch of players that
old man Derrick Rose,
like they put their
Taj
hearts
Gibson.
And soul. Yo,
remember Taj Gibson?
Yeah, you going off right now, bro.
Nerlens Noel. These are all players not on our team anymore. They're not on our team anymore, but they helped turn the culture around. But we have to remember them. Yes. Tom Thibodeau, who I was against firing.
DiVincenzo as well, man.
For one season, but he did so much that one season.
Yes. He was a freaking splash brother that season, bro.
We gotta give credit, man. We were garbage. We were the Browns of the NBA for 20 years before we finally managed to turn around in that 2021 season. I gotta give credit. To get back to KB's point, I didn't expect Brunson to be that. I would say 99% of people didn't expect Brunson to be that. To the 1% that did, credit to you, man. You got ball knowledge. What can I say, right? Our current shooting guard, Mikal Bridges. KB, let's not forget, we traded 5 picks for Mikal. And every single time he had a bad game, those 5 picks would come up in conversations.
Exactly.
Those 5 picks would come up in conversations. And guess what? Was it a hefty-ass trade? Yeah, because like I didn't even see any superstar get traded for 5 picks like that. But guess what? Those are 5, the time it went out, those were 5 8th graders. I don't give a shit. Like, there's times where I regret it, KB, of course. You know, like this season alone.
5 8th graders.
Bro, this season alone, and during the Hawks series, before he got back on his form, I was like, oh my God, we really sent 5 picks for this guy. But when he's on. And right now he's on.
Yeah, when he's on, he has a nasty midi, bro.
He is one of the best two-way players in the NBA. Now, it's funny because he's not at it's crazy to say this. He's not at the level he was when he was on Phoenix. When he was on Phoenix, like, he was genuinely one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Like you could say top 3. He has decreased in that a little bit, but he's still one of the best two-way players in the NBA. We got a duo called Wingstop for a reason. Our wings and McCall, and then OG. I don't think anybody ever said the OG trade was bad.
Where did OG ever even come from, bro? To be
the Toronto Raptors. Raptors.
I never heard of this dude at all. At all.
So for a casual, this is great because when we traded for OG, KB, nobody was like, we got fleeced, because we're like, OG's a good player. Yeah, we gave up RJ Barrett, we gave up IQ, and I think a 2nd-round pick. We gave up young players, but OG Anunoby. This is even back in his Toronto days, which is 2-3 years ago. Some people are going to call cap. Y'all weren't tapped in. He was called the mini Kawhi even at Toronto. Let's not forget, he won a championship on that 2019.
Mini Kawhi, isn't he bigger than Kawhi?
Like mini Kawhi, as in, he's not Kawhi level, like in that sense.
Oh, okay.
I think he is bigger than Kawhi, funnily enough. Yeah,
because he's a power forward, right? Kawhi's a strong forward.
He can play small. He can play small forward, power forward, center. Because we've seen him guard Wemby already. OG.
I know. I seen a couple of clips of him doing that. I'm like, maybe we got something for Wemby.
That's why he's one of the best defenders in the NBA, bro. Even back on Toronto,
but that
he was
means
called
OG
mini Kawhi,
can't
bro.
come off the court, bro. Because who else is defending
Mitch.
Wemby?
Mitch
has a broken hand.
We'll get to it. We'll get to that because I got something to say about that fucking big country ass motherfucker, bro. Like, he pissing me off, bro. Like, I got something to say about that, bro. All right, Mitch, I got his autograph on that Knicks hat right there. You pissing me off, bro. I met him his rookie season. He put out on IG he was gonna be at the NBA store. I was like,
that is the only dude that can ever make you look small, huh?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Maybe I'm tripping. He was a rookie, so maybe he grew. I was like, this dude ain't that tall when I met him in person.
Snap. But isn't he 7? Is he a 7-footer?
He's like 7 foot. I'm like, maybe I was tripping, but I looked at him when he said, I'm like, you're not that much taller than me. What the hell? Maybe he grew from his rookie year. I don't know. But yeah, so OG KB.
He's 7 foot.
As a casual, bro, this might blow your mind. But yeah, when he was on Toronto, he was called mini Kawhi because of the two-way ability, the defensive ability, and then he played behind Kawhi on the 2019 Raptors when they won the championship. So, like, it was kind of an automatic nickname because obviously at the time people thought OG would be a Toronto lifer. They thought, he would just take the place of Kawhi once he developed and stuff like that. That didn't happen. We traded for him. OG has never been a disappointment, and he is. Bro, I'll make a controversial statement, bro.
OG be shooting threes.
I was gonna say I'll make a controversial statement. He's the best 3-and-D player in the NBA, in my opinion. He's the best 3 and defensive player in the NBA. That's literally the name of his game. And in that Hawks series before he went down, thank God we had sweeps because he had time to rest, bro. Mm-hmm. He was the second best player on the court, right behind Brunson.
Yeah,
it wasn't Cat, it was OG.
Yeah. And especially when Mikal Bridges wasn't doing his thing too much, but he wasn't up to his form. I'm gonna put my fan on real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. We have Josh Hart. 6'4" Josh Hart. Yeah. We have 6'4" Josh Hart at power forward because that's how much dog he has in him, bro. OG doesn't play power forward for us. Josh Hart at 6'4", and he out rebounds other power forwards, bro. Whenever I saw that, I'm like, this is a stupid lineup. It works, KB. It just works.
I'm about to freaking hit you with the most casual question of all time. Yeah. But how the hell do you know who's currently playing small and power forward?
Oh, I mean, like, you just know the lineups, right? Like,
I know, but they shift throughout the game, don't they? Because sometimes they'll put
I'm talking starting
point guards in there. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm talking starting lineups. So starting lineups, what they begin the game with is what I'm saying right now. And that's starting lineups are usually where they play most of the game unless you have some type of weird defensive matchup and you got to switch it around. So like Josh Hart, for the most part, I would say most of this season and even previous season is our starting power forward just because he has an insane rebound ability at 6'4" for whatever reason. But then, that's offensively and stuff like that. Defensively, like I said, OG is going to match up against the bigs most likely. You know what I'm saying? Unless they have like just an elite wing on the other team, he'll match up against the wing. I mean, there's a reason we got the nickname Wingstop. McCall and OG, we have, no exaggeration, and even other NBA fans, I feel like, knew this. We have the best defensive wing duo in the NBA when you count OG and McCall. they can guard all five combined. They can guard all five positions because Mikal can guard the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward. OG can guard the small forward, power forward, center, depending on who you want to match them up against. And then obviously I gotta talk about Cat, but shout out to Josh Hart, man, because every playoff series, Josh Hart will guarantee you one major stinker, followed up by one of the greatest games you've ever seen.
One game he's just gonna be absolute ass, but he makes.
And the next game he's gonna come out and make like 10 threes. He's gonna come out and just be absolute demon. And then, bro, Cat, I gotta give so much credit to Cat KB because I don't know how much you've seen because, like you said, you're not as tapped in, but like in the NBA media, Cat has been made fun of for years.
And after all that,
that's part of it, right? That's part of it. The way he talks, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little fruity, but he is not fruity. He's hitting Jordan Woods.
His code switch might be the most like decipherable of all time, like distinguishable of all time. Like it's so easy to see that he's hiding his the way he talks.
Yeah. But I mean, anybody that thinks he's zesty, like they don't know who his girlfriend is, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, his girl.
They don't know who his girlfriend is.
All I can say is that brother's straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But all I'm saying, he be stroking that thing. All right, and he gotta be doing it good too, bro. All right.
Right. He gotta be doing it good too. Yeah.
Look, listen, bro. I gotta give so much credit to Cat because not just because of like, you know, admittedly stupid stuff like that, the way he talks, but because I said earlier, KB, he's not a big bruiser, classic big man. He's always been criticized his entire career for his play style. I'm so glad, in my opinion, he's proved so many people wrong. And KB, this season in particular, Cat took a step back scoring-wise so that he could improve in rebounding, improve in playmaking because he's up his assist numbers while helping out other teammates score, and even improve his defense. I feel like nobody's talking about how Cat has genuinely improved his defense, and it's helping out the team defense as a whole. There's so much Cat has done by sacrificing scoring, which not every player is going to do. And he improved literally every other part of his game.
Yeah, because I was always told that he's not a good defender, but when I watch him, he seems fine.
Yeah.
He seems fine. Maybe because I didn't watch too much of him when he wasn't a Knick. That's why. So.
Yeah. And then also Mike Brown. The reason we turned, KB, the reason we went from being down 2-1 to Atlanta to winning 11 straight games is Cat went to Mike Brown, our coach, and said, you got to use me a different way. And Mike Brown started using him as the main playmaker instead of Brunson. Leaned off of Brunson a little bit so that the ball is not in his hands 100% of the time. And our offense changed. And teams did not figure it out. Now, the Spurs might figure it out, and we'll talk about that. But the Eastern Conference was freaking stumped because we just never lost a game since. Never lost a game since.
Never lost.
All right? Never lost. And then, CJ, you make a good point. Yeah, Josh Hart can guard 1 through 4 as well. I would say 1 through 3, but I know what you mean 1 through 4 because he plays the 4. But he could guard point, shooting, small forward. And 1 through 5 KB is just the point guard is the 1, shooting guard is 2.
Yeah, I know.
So you got that. But Hart can guard that as well. Shout out Mike. He says I knew Brunson would turn into a superstar. I know you remember I sat down on your call. He did say that actually. Mike called it. Mike called it.
Might be having some crazy takes.
Mike called it.
That wound up paying off.
Yeah. KB, you gotta tell me. I know you got enough of an opinion and enough of watching the Knicks this year to tell me how you feel about Mike Brown, because we've talked about Mike Brown before, not in the best light.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not at my NBA knowledge yet to really distinguish how a coach affects, how he affects the game in which way than I can do in the NFL. But I can tell you that the players don't look absolutely gassed out. I can tell you that they have a good freaking rotation. I can tell you that the bench actually gets some playing time and they are actually productive. Like, I think one of the biggest
Landry Shamet.
Landry Shamet. That's my Ock. That's my Ock right there, boy.
That's my Deli Ock.
Yo, I literally get excited when I see him out there, bro. Because I'll be honest with you, brother does not look like an NBA player. Like
I told you, man.
He looks like somebody I grew up with back in New York or something like that. I played basketball with or something. Like he looks like just a regular old dude, but he is laying down those threes, bro. And he comes in relief of Brunson. And people think, oh, Brunson isn't in. Thank God. You got Landry Shamet on your head.
And he plays the wing, too. We just got a good wing rotation, bro. OG, Hart, Mikal, Landry, Deuce, who plays guard and wing because he's big enough.
I'll be honest. I am
We
not
got
a
a
Deuce
good
fan,
wing rotation.
but I'm not a Deuce fan. I'll be honest. I think he bricks way too much. I gotta look at his shooting percentages, but every time I watch this kid, he's bricking.
Well, change your tune, buddy, because you need to be a fan of everybody for the next 7 games.
Of course. But like, when I see the rotations come out, I'm way more happy for Shamit than I am Deuce.
Well, Shamit, I'll say this. Not only did you know what his 3-point percentage was during the Eastern Conference Finals? This is gonna be a fun fact if you don't know it.
Oh my God,
His 3-point percentage.
Bro did not miss. Like
he literally shot 90% from 3 during the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm telling you, every time this guy shoots, bang, bang. Oh,
and then on top of that, what people don't realize, Landry Shamet also improved his game when he came to the Knicks because he's a good defender too.
Never heard of him. Yo,
this
it's
man,
crazy. Never heard of Landry Shamet either.
This man, bro, because he's a role player. He's always been a role player. But this guy, KB, when you watch him during the second round and then during the third round, he does not, when a team is setting a screen to get him off of the player, he does not take the switch, bro. He does not move from the guy in front of him. He somehow, some way has the slithery ability to get through the screen or get over the screen quick enough so that he's still right in front of his man. He doesn't back down.
This man played for the 76ers?
Bro, the when I gave him the Deliac, he played for the Trailblazers. All right? That's when I first saw him. This was during the bubble.
Team. Jesus.
Because
played for the Suns?
You know, he almost didn't make the squad. He almost didn't make the squad for the Knicks. He was like the last man added.
Damn.
He almost did not make the squad for the Knicks.
He locked in.
And then, oh my God. All right, Mitch. All right. First, let me give you, I love Mitch. I got to start off with positive, all right? I got your autograph.
Mitch is like the most, like, Mitchell Robinson on offense is like a freaking brick. Like, he's just like a freaking rock.
Yeah.
He don't do anything.
But hey,
defensively,
they were playing
he's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, guess what? They were playing Hack and Mitch during the semifinals of the Eastern Conference Finals, and he was still making his free throws, though. He was making his free throws at a better clip.
I saw a freaking Instagram video of like somebody like impersonating shots from like Knicks players, and everything was aura. Like there was this one guy who has Mikal Bridges jumper like down pat. Then when they did Mitchell Robinson's, it was a free throw and him bricking the free throw.
I gotta give credit to him. Yo, somebody give me Mitch's free throw percentage during the playoffs because it definitely was above 50%, which is great for him. All right, it was definitely above 50%.
Bro, how is these people 7 feet tall and they can't shoot a basketball? How? You're close to the rim.
Yo, look at Mitch summer league highlights during his rookie year. That man was moving different. People don't realize that he put on so much muscle weight, bro. Because obviously when he had less weight, he was way more leaner, bro. He was moving different. His rookie year during the summer league, he was like hitting middies and stuff.
Did he come in with RJ?
No, he was 2018. RJ was 2019.
Okay,
he came in with Kevin Knox.
Yeah,
he came in with Kevin Knox.
See, it's crazy. I know my Knicks draft picks. I just like I don't know.
So and you know what? That's a great starting point for me when he came in and how much muscle he added to become one of the best defenders and the best rebounder in the game. It's no question. He's the best rebounder in the game. Mitchell Robinson is the longest tenured Knick. Mitchell Robinson has been here from when we were in the gutter and been here through 2 different successful Knicks tenures and been here through 3 or 4 different coaches. Mitchell Robinson has been through it all. And Mitchell Robinson has went from a second, he was either a second round pick or undrafted. I can't remember exactly.
He's second round pick.
He went from that, not too much muscle, really the definition of a developmental guy, to developing into one of the best big men in the NBA on the defensive side.
Honestly, I remember during those times being more excited for Mitchell Robinson than I was Kevin Knox.
Yeah, I'll keep it real with y'all. I didn't know who the hell Kevin Knox was.
That's why. And nobody knew who he was, but everybody saw the potential of Mitchell Robinson, Bro, oh my God, I can't believe, we went through those times. Frank Ntilikina to Kevin Knox. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that's why, and shout out to Leon Rose. You changed my broke ass life. The president of basketball operations and basically GM of the Knicks. That's why we don't got draft picks. KB, we are the only team in the NBA that's built like this. Everybody builds through the draft and free agency.
We're the Rams.
We're built through trades. And Jalen Brunson is our only free agent signing, Everybody else in our starting lineup is built through trades.
Bro, we are the Rams. F those picks.
We literally, Leon Rose is like, you know what, man? I don't know if I could draft like that. Let me just trade these picks. And what's funny is he can, because he drafted, just the same year he drafted Pacome Daddy. I think he drafted, is it Keontae George or Keyshawn? It's Key something George, who's one of the better, young players in the NBA. And we also drafted Jalen Duren. I guess that was good that we traded that pick because he freaking stunk it up in the playoffs. But we drafted Jalen Duren and then traded that pick. Like, he just like, listen, man, I'm going to just trade. And it goes back to what you're saying, how we're built. Brunson wasn't a superstar until he got here. We got a superstar in free agency, and we got the best role players around him and guys that can rise to be superstar. Like, Cat is, you could argue Cat is a superstar. You could argue OG when he's hitting his shots, KB is on playing on a superstar level. And Jalen Brunson, KB, I'm going to say this, and then you know how he plays. You know how this team is constructed. You know, no matter what the league is, you need contracts and money, even when you're making these trades. Jalen Brunson took a pay cut, a $117 million pay cut. People forget 2 seasons ago when he had an option to extend with the Knicks. He took a $117 million pay cut for them to build this roster out. Speak on that as a superstar and how immediately after that, we built the team out.
That's the Tom Brady method right there, man. That's the Tom Brady method right there. You know that you're going to build something great when the best player on your team by far winds up taking a pay cut to make the team even better. He made those Villanova Knicks. And yeah, man, I mean, that's what you want in these star players. A lot of players, what's really the downfall, especially you see it in the NFL, the downfall of these teams is the best players just being freaking greedy and wanting as much money as they can and not caring about the team at all. And listen, they're entitled to their money. If they are worth that money, I get it. But if you want to win championships, if you want a legacy, you got to sacrifice a little bit, man. No sacrifice, no victory. Come on.
Yo, and it's just, Mitch, oh, damn. He's still shooting ass from the line. I guess I was just blinded.
I told you.
By
Hack
a Mitch. By Hack a Mitch didn't work out. That's what I was blinded by, man.
Bro, it always hits the back. It always hits the back of the rim. It just bounces right back to him.
Oh, yeah, I forget. I got to talk about how I feel about him breaking his finger in non-basketball, non-team activities. Mitch, what the hell, bro? I just said you've been through all this stuff.
Wait,
and you go and do something stupid?
He didn't break it in a game? He didn't. I thought he broke it in a game.
He broke it in non-basketball, non-team activities on his
What does that
personal
mean?
time.
He had a
It means
freaking Xavier
it means it wasn't during a practice.
Forerunner.
It means he punched a wall or some shit. Or he was, he has a big ass truck. He was changing the wheels on his big ass truck and the wheel dropped on his finger or something. It means that, bro. And Mike Brown, the day it was reported,
we're gonna get what happened after the season. It's probably gonna happen.
And Mike Brown, the day he spoke to the media about it, he said he couldn't even look at Mitch, and I'm not mad at that. I wouldn't be, as the head coach, longest tenured player, one of the most important pieces going into the finals because we need to guard Victor Wembanyama.
That means
and you break your finger on something off the court related.
That means it must have been really stupid what he did.
Oh, it had to have been stupid.
If Mike Brown said, like, I would understand. Mike Brown was like, listen, it was something that, it was, out of his control or like whatever, we had to deal with it. But if he said that he couldn't look at him, it was something stupid. It was something stupid. Oh my God.
Mitch is in the most non-insulting way possible. He's a weird dude. If you follow him in social media, you know he's a weird dude.
Yeah.
But also
he's
recently,
cringe. Yeah.
For like the past week or so, he's been, putting on his story like that he's facing some personal issues. It never showed up in games, thankfully. Shout out to Mitch, I guess, for being able to divide those two parts of his brain. But he's been saying for a while he's dealing with personal issues, and I just wonder if it's related to that. I wonder if, I said it as a joke, but maybe whatever personal issues he's having frustrated him. He fucking punched a wall and then he broke his pinky finger. You know what I mean? Like whatever he's facing in his personal life. But it's like you can't do that.
I don't think Mike Brown will come out and say we couldn't look at him if that was the case. If it was a mental health issue, especially what we're seeing right now in sports.
No, I'm saying personal issue, not mental health issue. It could be like with his girlfriend or with his family or something. You know what I mean? But even then, KB, I still think he would say because we're going to the finals and we need you to guard Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I know.
Do you see who this man Victor Wembanyama is? And actually, that's a legit question, KB. What have you seen of him? Because that's who we're matched up against.
Listen, I can't complain because this is what I wanted. I wanted the Spurs. Between OKC and the Spurs, I wanted the Spurs. I did not want because I didn't want to I didn't want to play the refs. I didn't want to
I was going to say the whistle, right?
Yeah, I did not want to play the ass basketball. Listen, I tuned in for one of those OKC Spurs games, and it must have been one of the worst egregious games that everybody was pointing out. Because I only watched one. And I kid you not, it was unwatchable. It was unwatchable. Was that a shot? It was. For to the Spurs' credit, they weren't like trying to do the same thing. Actually, the Spurs get some respect from me because if they said in Game 7, they said, you know what? If you guys want to try to get these pity pat calls and play, we gotta play versus the whistle. We're just gonna hard foul the fuck out of you, and we're just gonna play bully ball on you. And then everybody all the OKC players were like, oh my god, call a foul! Oh my god, So respect to the Spurs. KB? But I did not want to play OKC, and that
I know you say you didn't watch all the games, but I'll tell you this: every game that the whistle was horrendous, OKC won obviously, and they won like in good fashion. Yeah. Every game that it was a fair whistle, the Spurs blowed them out, and then Game 7 where it was a fair whistle, it was a close game. So anytime it was a fair whistle, the Spurs were beating them. Yeah. They were beating them, and they were beating them handedly. And you saw in game, I don't know if you watched Game 7, but you would have seen it then. The thing that pisses me off the most, and most NBA fans, is obviously we don't want to see flopping to this. Like, flopping will always be a part of the NBA.
It's so bad. Like, worse than LeBron.
Yeah. It's called, and LeBron doesn't even flop like that anymore. He hasn't flopped like that since his early Miami days.
Yeah, because he's older.
The person you compare it to is James Harden. That's who you compare it to.
Yo,
Joel Embiid.
Hey, didn't I tell you that I wanted Cavaliers for that reason, and we whooped the fuck out of them?
Yeah.
James Harden is the Darth Maul of the NBA. He's destined to lose, bro.
Listen, the thing with OKC is that flopping will always be a part of the sport. They just clearly, I can't buy into anybody that says, oh, they just know how to manipulate the rules. Well, no, bro. Like they definitely they get way more calls. They get way more leeway than anybody else. And the thing is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't need to play that way because he became an elite player without doing all that. You saw it in Game 7. Yes. You saw it in Game 7. He didn't flop that much. He still put up a good stat line.
He's nasty. He's got moves, and I don't understand why he relies on the whistles like that and those egregious freaking fouls. It's crazy. I don't know why he relies on those.
And I'll say this, I don't know if you know this, KB, I'm sure chat does. He's a 2-time MVP back-to-back, obviously, but as an MVP, he had one of the worst drop-offs from regular season to playoffs in NBA history. I think it's like the second worst. I forget who was top in terms of scoring the ball and shooting percentage. It dropped off horribly. And you know why? It's because he was doing so much flopping to get the easy free throws. That's the reason for the drop-off. You know what I mean? It's just, it's horrible. And then talking on the Spurs side, shout out to them because are they scary? Hell yeah, they're scary, bro. They're one of the youngest teams, if not the youngest team in the NBA. One of the youngest teams to make the final ever. I think, everybody on like their starting 5 or like their first 6 guys, it's like 22, 23 or younger. And they're a tall team, bro. They are a tall team at every position. They're a tall team. And just like the Spurs identity, they got a good defense. And now I guess we're finally talking about the finals itself, KB. It's like, let me first say this. The historic run the Knicks have been off in these 11 runs, bro, we're beating teams with a differential of 24.5, which is number 1 in NBA history. The 2017 Warriors, which was, in my opinion, the greatest team of all time. You had the 73-9 team, and then they added KD, that team. Their differential or net rating, whatever it's called, was 17. We're beating that by 7 whole points. Now, I do not think we're in any way better than the 2017 Warriors at all.
Right.
I think that we are in a historic run. Yeah, exactly. I think that we are in a historic run. I think it does need to be respected. I feel like people discounting it
because we're in the East.
Because we're in the East, I feel like that's cheap. But at the same time, like I said, I don't think we're better than the 2017 Warriors. I think 2 things are true at once. Is the East weaker than the West? Absolutely. But the Knicks are also playing historic ball. I think it's both. Because we're not 7 points better than the 2017 Warriors. That's just not the case.
Right.
But we are, I think,
we're
on
in
a
the
run.
Conversation. Like we're in the conversation of one of the best teams to like.
I think it's
year,
one of the.
You know what I mean?
I think it's one of the best playoff runs in NBA history. Like it's
Yes.
that conversation has opened up. You know what it reminds me a lot of? It reminds me a lot of last year's Indiana Pacers. Everybody, including myself, they were like, how far can the Pacers go? Oh, the Pacers can't keep pulling off these comebacks. They can't keep winning these close games. The Pacers, when are they going to stop? They're going to get mopped by the Thunder, and it was a 7-game series. And if Halliburton didn't go down, the Pacers could have won the championship. That was one of the best playoff runs of all time, and the Pacers are our rivals, so it hurts me when I say this, but I'm kind of sad people forget how historic that playoff run was because it ended in that injury.
Let's hope we have a better fate than that. But yeah.
Right? But everybody's out here not giving the Knicks a shot, KB. It just reminds me a lot of that Pacers team last year.
Yeah, I know, but I'm excited. My thing is, I wanna hear your breakdown of the finals, what we got to do to win, who are our star, who are our key players, and who do we have to watch out for with the Spurs. Of course, we got Wembayama and I like, Stephon Castle, but they got De'Aaron Fox there too. He's been hitting his shots, so like,
I mean,
tell
Julian
me, man,
Champagnie. Julian Champagnie off the bench has been insane. He's kind of been their Landry Shamet, but better because he is a better player than Landry Shamet. He's younger too. But he's been their guy that's been hitting just shot after shot after shot after shot. Like, I think you named the main guys we have to be worried about in Wembanyama and Castle. De'Aaron Fox, to me, doesn't look like he's still back to his full self before the injury, but, like, they didn't need it. Obviously, they're in the finals. With more time, he's only going to get back healthier and get back to what he was.
We haven't talked Giants yet, guys. We haven't talked Giants yet.
Yeah. Devin Vassell is another player on the Spurs that's just really good. I mean, everybody they have is a great two-way player. Like, that's how they're so good. They have one of the best defenses and one of the best offenses. Bro, honestly, the plan is, and I have to go back and watch some of these OKC games, but in the games OKC won, obviously I said they had help from the refs, but they figured out a way in some of those games, not to neutralize, but to lessen Wemby's impact a lot. I think what I said earlier is going to be the play here. We need either OG or Mitch on him at all times. I don't. Obviously, Cat is going to be switched on him a couple of times, but if Cat's on him, you're going to need help from somebody else.
We cannot play small in this series, bro. We cannot.
Oh no, I mean
small.
we're not going to play small in terms of size, but I definitely think the way to win, in my opinion, is small ball, meaning shooting the threes, because that's what we've been hot with, and you would hope that streak continues into the finals, because KB, as soon as that streak continues, and Cat is now shooting the three. Guess what? It draws the best defensive player in the world, Victor Wembanyama, out the paint, and then that opens the paint for guys like Brunson and McCall to get in there. Guys that have these mid-range shots that Wemby's in like long-ass wingspan can reach. We have to begin the game, and our main focus should be hitting the three so that it draws Wembanyama out of the paint. That's the plan offensively. It's a good question, because guess what? It used to be Jeremy Sohan, who's now on her team. And Jeremy, I hope that you're giving us some insider information, but I got you. I'll pull it up.
It's funny, yeah. He's gonna freaking get a ring no matter what.
Yeah,
he's gonna get a ring no matter what. He secured the bag.
Is it Carter? Oh yeah, their rookie Carter Bryant's been really really good for them as well. What the fuck? Who's
because that, honestly, that worries me when you have two really good bigs. And you focus too hard on one of them, like then you have the other one. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
Oh, Julian Champagnie is their starting power forward?
Oh,
I did
really?
not expect that. I thought he was coming off the bench. That's my bad. I mean, listen, I'm not necessarily threatened by Champagnie at all. But like I said, he's kind of been their Landry Shamet, as if he's been hitting all the shots that he's been needing to hit. All the shots he's needed to hit. And oh, this is horrible, because Champagnie against the Knicks this season actually has some great stats. He has 19.5 points, 60% from three, and 57% from the field against us this season.
I heard we have not played well against them in the season.
We beat them in terms of the season record, because you only played the other conference teams twice, but then we also played them in the NBA Cup final, which, by the way, the NBA Finals is a rematch of the Cup final, which the Knicks won.
Yeah.
We split the regular season with them, and then we won the Cup final. So we beat them 2-1. But yeah, I mean, it's like it was hard fought games, obviously, right? So like,
isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? The Cup final really predicted the NBA Finals.
I think Adam Silver, the commissioner, is more happy than anybody on this planet, because the NBA Cup always
because that
gets made
solidifies
fun
to keep it in there, right?
of. It solidifies the cup, and I think even without that, like some teams that made it far in the cup always do well in the playoffs. Like last year, the Pacers,
It's a good
they made it
predictor.
far in the cup 2 years in a row, and then they became one of the best teams in the league.
I just don't like
Yeah.
having a tournament in the season. I don't like that.
The whole point of it, and you know what? I don't like giving Adam Silver credit because I think he's genuinely a bad commissioner.
I know it's to
He
keep
hit-
the
he-
energy
yeah,
going
he-
throughout the season.
And he hit the nail on the head with it because I tuned in for the NBA Cup, and
Yeah.
the ratings rose for the regular season
Yeah.
again because of the NBA Cup. Like it
Because
fulfilled its
you
promise.
can argue that like sports like baseball and basketball.
Who the hell
like, a
is
lot of
watching
these
game
games-
82 of 160 something in baseball?
Yeah, a lot of these games, if you equate it to like binge watching shows, there's a lot of filler episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of these games have a lot of filler episodes, so that kind of gives an incentive to watch more in the season and be more in tune. But yeah.
And I will say, I think one of the things people always question with the cup, you know, before it even started was how you're going to get the players to buy in. I don't know how they got them to buy in, but players, they play hard for the NBA Cup. Like, we see it every year. They want to win it, even if it's just to say they won
Well,
it.
they get
So, yeah.
incentives out of it if they win. So
The
pretty
the
cool.
players are not making, you know, $25, $50 million a
Yeah,
year.
this
They,
isn't
you know,
like
they get that
freaking-
bonus.
this
Exactly.
isn't like preseason or the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? Like they are trying to.
You're
trying to win.
Exactly. You're 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th man on the roster. They 100% want that bonus. I think it's like $1 million bonus or maybe a couple $1 million bonus. And then the guys that don't take it, like the Knicks did this year, you know, the guys that are making the most money, they gave it to the staff. They're like, I don't need it, so
That's
we're just gonna give it to the
honestly,
staff.
That's pretty freaking dope, bro. That's my Knicks
Yeah.
right there.
Exactly.
That's my Knicks right there.
But KB, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like, you know, a basketball savant. I'm just a big fan. I do think offensively we gotta hit our three so that we can get Wemby out the paint and then take advantage of the paint. And defensively, kind of like a casual Knicks fan, but casual basketball fan, you gotta have OG and Mitch on him at all times. When you got Cat on him, make sure you got some help with Cat. I'm worried mostly, obviously, about Vic, obviously about Stephon Castle. I mean, shit, that Julian Champagny stats against us, I didn't realize he was that good against us. But I'd be worried about a guy coming off the bench like Dylan Harper, who's as a rookie is having one of the best playoff series or playoff postseasons as a rookie that we've ever seen before. And the thing is, how I talk up our wings, that's where we have the advantage. I'm not confident. I think that we by far have a better wing rotation than their wing rotation. I think we got the advantage there. I think they got the advantage when it comes to Victor Wembanyama, obviously, and age, I guess, because we're an older team. And then obviously just team ball matters. They got a better team ball than us. There's a reason they won 62 games and we won 53. We just gotta continue. We gotta continue the role that we've been on, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. Also, 1999 Finals rematch. I'm sure you've heard that as well. It's a rematch of the 99 Finals. And then, you know, if you guys want to go with time as a flat circle, Cat's first game as a Knick, he wore the 99 Finals t-shirt, which is hilarious. His first game as a Knick, wore that, and now we're in the 99 Finals rematch. So, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's guaranteed a ring, man. That's kind of crazy to think about. No matter who wins, he's guaranteed a ring because he was on both teams this season. All right, KB, I did so much talking. I'm going to let you take it away with this one because you had the biggest reaction when he was gone.
He is back, man. Listen, all I can say is that young man that was live streaming that day that found out that horrible news from his favorite player of all time, he's somewhere out there smiling, crying tears of joy and having a hit of nostalgia, man. I can't believe this is happening. I was so happy. I saw that news. I was so happy. OBJ is back, man. Listen, of course, it's a little too late, right? Like too little too late where he's way past his prime. That dude's like 34 years old now. Like, he's old now. But, like, first of all, he can still provide something. I can't stand the people that are like, there's nobody overhyping this but all the haters are like, oh, y'all are overhyping and think that he's going to be. I haven't seen not one soul say that he's going to be like the number one receiver or number two receiver or this guy's going to have 1,000 yards. Nobody's saying that at all. But OBJ, forget about nostalgia. He literally is an upgrade to the wide receiving core because towards the back end, it's extremely saturated, but it's not good. It's not good, right? Malachi Field's supposed to be what, our number 4 receiver right now? I would say, so you got Malik, Darius Slayton, Calvin Austin, Malachi Fields, right? I would say that.
Yeah,
Darnell Mooney. Golly, Darnell Mooney. So you're right.
I would put Mooney above Austin, but I don't know. I feel like Austin and Malachi Fields could be interchangeable depending on how he performs.
Mooney is definitely over Austin. I just forgot about Mooney. But you got Mooney, you got Austin, man, Darius Slayton. Listen, it's him as like the last receiver on the roster is fine for me. And he's going to get production. He's going to get something out there. Now, it is going to be interesting how they're going to finalize that roster because, you know, we brought in Braxton Berrios, and I like him as a returner. I like him as a returner. Yeah, but Juju's a camp. There's no way I see Juju Smith-Schuster making the roster. He is ass. That man is dog water. He hasn't been good.
Shit Schuster.
Yeah, I've never liked that guy. You can go back in all of my videos from all the way back in 2018. I've never liked Juju Smith-Schuster. He's always been a mid-ass receiver for me. And I looked at his stats, and he's never had he only had 1,000-yard season his entire career, which was his best season, 1,400 yards. Everybody thought he's him. Bro, never got back to that. Never reached 1,000 yards again because he's dog water. So I don't think he's going to make the roster, but it's interesting how they're going to fit Odell and Braxton Berrios on there when you have guys like, Malachi Fields, Mooney, Austin. Then you got to try to, I don't know if you're going to just cut ties with a young receiver like Bo Collins who was developing. Jalen Hyatt is out of here. Like Jalen Hyatt has to be looking for other teams by this time right now.
No, he needs to call his realtor, bro. He needs to call his realtor immediately.
He's got to be making his reservations to move somewhere, go back to his parents' house, whatever, because there is no way. 13 is going to Odell.
If he's not cut immediately, this is what's happening. The Arizona Cardinals is sending us a 7th-round pick for him, all right? Because the Arizona Cardinals is the dumbest team in the NFL right now. Okay?
And on top of that, he smoked the Cardinals. So he was like, they're probably going to be like, yo, we want some of that. We saw it firsthand. You guys, that was his best game. Wasn't that his best game? Was that week
Bro, he's had a good
game?
Question mark? He's had a good game?
Yeah, his rookie year. It was against the Cardinals.
Just get him off of my team, bro. Get him off of my team, bro. I've never flipped so hard on a player in my life, bro. Just get him off of my team. That's all I gotta say. Continue.
I know. When they signed Odell, I know Jalen Hyatt was like, "Damn, shit, my life, my job's in danger." Then they signed Braxton Berrios. He's like, "Oh fuck." Then they signed Juju Smith. He's like, "Oh shit." He's out of here, man. But listen, I'm happy OBJ is back. Realistically, I think he could have 400, 500 yards this season realistically, and I think that's fine for where he's at as a player right now. And I think the Giants just have a really good mix on their offense. They have a little bit of everything on this offense. They have a freaking inline tight end, then they have a big slot tight end. They have a dominant number one wide receiver, then they have a outside possession guy in Malachi Fields. They have a really good small slot receiver in Calvin Austin. They got a freaking battering ram of a freaking running back in Cam Scatterboo. They got a guy that can make you miss a couple times for chunk yardage in Tyrone Tracy. They have a freaking fullback. Patrick Ricard. Like, they have a little mix of everything, and I love that. That it's like a pick your poison type of team. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have OBJ back, bro. I'm so excited.
Jalen Hyatt, man, genuinely, if you haven't voluntarily offered up that number yet, bro, like you're just making it worse.
Bro, he cannot charge money for that shit. Well, actually, he won't need to. He'll be cut. It won't be his to give.
That's all I gotta say about this. I will say, I think if you haven't said it in one of your videos that you've made already, you're definitely thinking it. The reason we're signing all of these wide receivers, bro, is because I think it's basically, this is all but confirmed that Neighbors is not gonna start week 1, maybe not even week 2 this season. Yeah, that's why we're getting as many as we can.
It's clear in this offseason that when they're worried about a position, they stuff it. Right? Look at defensive tackle. They stuffed defensive tackle. Like, that is the most defensive tackle I've ever seen on my team ever. Same thing with safeties. They stuffed safeties. They added a lot of corners. They signed a couple of corners, plus they freaking drafted Colton Hood. And then you look at wide receiver. They stuffed wide receiver. So it's clear that when they're worried about a position, they stuff it. So,
So it's
we'll
like
see.
that does make me a little. I'm kind of like half and half on it, KB. I'm a little worried because we're gonna be missing our best offensive weapon, like in my opinion. I'm not worried at the same time because I think we should lean on Isaiah Likely. I
he's
would
gonna
be
our
really
number one
angry.
weapon.
Yeah. I feel like on this season as a whole, KB, I'm gonna be mad at Harbaugh and what his coaching staff has done if Isaiah Likely isn't our second leading receiver because he also left Baltimore to become like a leading receiving threat on a team.
Yeah.
And if he ends the season
I'm
with like
scared,
700 receiving yards, I'm gonna be angry because
Well, remember, Isaiah Likely has never gotten over that. Like he's just in
because
his
he's never
career.
been targeted like that. Like that's
I
why.
know.
That's why
I
he
know, he's
partially left
capable.
Baltimore.
He's
Yeah.
he's capable, but like
We
I don't-
know
I
that's part of the
couldn't-
reason he came here.
oh, for sure. But he should know also that Malik Neighbors is on this team, even though he's coming.
But
off
that's what I'm
ACL
saying.
too.
Now with Neighbors missing time, I would
Yeah.
be angry with it. All right. And chat, I got a right to be angry with it because I feel like you'd be wasting potential and talent and wasting offensive ability. But in addition to me not feeling like that worried part, KB, like we're also all but confirmed to be a run first team. So it's like, and even with Neighbors healthy, I was gonna wonder what his targets was gonna be like, what his stats was gonna be like. But we're gonna be a run first team with Scadaboo and Tracy and Pat Ricard in the mix, helping blocking. And Theo Johnson, who I don't like, but now he's a value player on here because he's not even tight end one. We're gonna be leaning on our tight ends in our run game. That's what it's
Honestly,
gonna be.
I think Theo is tight end one. Theo's still tight end one because I don't see that. Yes, Isaiah Likely is not a tight end. He is a wide receiver. I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah, but
that's how they're gonna
like
use him.
Isaiah Likely should have more receiving yards. That's what I mean by tight end one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's the point. He's a wide receiver more than anything. Like Isaiah Likely is going to be our starting slot receiver. That's what he's going to be. That's why I was so shocked to see Calvin Austin use. Like we'll get into OTAs later, but like
Yeah.
I'm excited about this offense because everybody's playing extremely well. I'm really excited for it. But and I love how I love that their identity is so fluid. Their identity is so freaking like it could be anything. It can be run and gun. It could be freaking downfield speed. It could be like all that. Their offensive identity can be absolutely anything, and that's why I love having Isaiah Likely is because, like you said, like is he tight end one and is he not? And I say he's not because he's a starting slot. So you're gonna have Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson on the field a lot. Like we're gonna have 12 personnel, but it's not going to look like it. And that just calls for a freaking mismatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's listen, the thing is though, KB, who we face week 1, we face the Dallas Cowboys, who have an improved defense, who have one of the best offenses in NFL history. I feel like Giants fans forgot about
I
that
still
last
can't
year.
believe that. Yeah, I still can't believe that.
All they need, KB, if their offense continues what they did last year, they just need an average defense. Like people don't realize, because we love to clown on the Cowboys with good reason. But if their offense comes back and did what they did like 70% of last year, and they got an average defense, that's a playoff team, buddy. That's a playoff team.
Yeah.
We face them week 1. And then we face the now Myles Garrett-led Los Angeles Rams week 2. Shit could get scary real quick. I mean real quick, KB.
I can't. Here's the thing, though. The Rams are coming off of an international game, so hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. And they're thousand. No, they are the farthest they've ever played. They're the farthest an NFL team has ever played.
Where are they playing? Australia week 1?
Yes, they play in Australia.
Christ. Oh my God.
That is the worst jet lag that we've ever seen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that does something.
I mean, that's all we could do is just the hope for it. That's literally all we could do. Hope for it. Because yeah, that's all we can do.
Mike
And
says you called this though. We giving young kickers a chance. We cut. Yes, I called.
oh yeah, we cut. I peeped that we cut Jason Sanders today. The Zodomatic, Dominic Zodomatic is gonna be something, guys. You guys got to realize it.
Yeah. Hey, today we'll talk. Actually, I'll save it for OTAs.
Yeah.
The OTA talk. But I literally called it yesterday.
Really?
I said expect the Giants to cut one of these kickers. soon, very soon.
Because
Because
Sanders, Zodomac, and there's a third dude. Who's the third?
and
Ben Sauls, right?
Ben Sauls.
Yeah.
I said, now, here's the thing though. I didn't expect it to be Jason Sanders getting the boot. I thought it was gonna be.
I
Ben
did not. We
Sauls.
paid him a good amount of money. I think we paid him more
Yeah.
than any other kickers.
Yeah, because he's the vet. But I love where this is going. I want to have a young kicker that you can keep for X amount of years, and he just develops and becomes one of the best kickers in the like freaking Brennan Aubrey type. You know what I mean? So it's like I want that. So if we have to go through a little bit of growing pains with a kicker, fine. But I want him to be a young kicker that we can keep for years because I don't want to have to deal with getting another kicker because we know how that's been. So, but yeah, I called it yesterday. I said expect because we just cut one of the long snappers. We cut the veteran long snapper and we kept the rookie one. So it's funny that they did the same thing with the kicker. But I said since we did that, I expect the Giants to narrow down the kickers because you can't go into a preseason with 3 kickers because how are you going to get a sample size on all 3 kickers? You just can't. It's impossible. So you're going to want to narrow it down and then hold a 1v1 a 1v1 kicker competition. And Jason Sanders got the boot, man. That's crazy. I didn't know that. He's been known as one of the better clutch kickers in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a great kicker. I definitely didn't think he'd be the first one cut.
Yeah,
I 100% thought Ben Sauls would be the first one cut.
That shows that this was a tough kicker competition. I thought Sanders was going to run away with it, but that shows Sauls and Zavada are putting in that work.
I was gonna say I think what this shows is I think Zadva is gonna get the starting job and they're gonna hope to get Sauls on the practice squad because I think I mentioned it once before, KB. I will try to find this link to drop it in chat. A month ago, like right around the time we signed Dominic Zadva, YouTube algorithmed and recommended me this random video. It was something along the lines of like the science of finding a successful kicker in the NFL. And it went all the way back to 2000s. It talked about how drafting a kicker, like we know this, obviously doesn't work out like, 80% of the time. It talked about one of the only examples, funny enough, being Sebastian Janikowski, who's probably some people consider the greatest, which is hilarious because he was a first-round pick. But they're like, that's such an outlier. They're like, you look at other people that are considered greats.
Though. Let's be real, though.
No, the video talks about
all
all that. It talks about other greats like Justin Tucker and stuff like that, how they're either found very late in the draft or undrafted free agents. And literally the conclusion of the video is, if you want a good kicker, just sign an undrafted free agent kicker. Mm-hmm. They have like a way higher percentage historically of working out.
And there's no risk.
And I want to find that link to send it to you guys because it talks about so much info, so many players. KB has so many stats in there. And like I said, it came right around the time we signed Dominic Zadva. And I'm kind of leaning into that. I'm kind of leaning into, what I think, not only is he the younger dude, I think just historically, go with the guy that's the undrafted free agent. And then also, he has the biggest leg. In this kicking competition, he had the biggest leg. He was hitting at Michigan and in practices from like 65, 70. And it's always straight down the middle. I say go with him, have Ben Sauls as your backup on the practice squad or something like that. And I mean, we kind of shifted away from OBJ, funnily enough, into OTAs. I'll switch in a second. I'm fucking happy to have OBJ back. I can't even speak. To have OBJ, god damn it. To have Odell Beckham Jr. back on my team as like a wide receiver. I don't know what the hell he's going to be. I'm just happy to have him back.
Yeah,
I'm happy to have the funny. Yeah, I'm happy to have the funny ass narrative of Odell being a veteran presence in the locker room and talking to these guys and letting them know what not to do and what to do because he went through it firsthand and he learned the hard way. And
he's
he
at
also
that point
can
of
still,
his career. He's mature now. Yeah,
and he also can connect with these guys easily because Malik Neighbors loves him because he's already a legend to Malik. But he's not like an old ass dude where he can't connect to these guys. He can very much do so.
Isn't that crazy? Where I always view Malik Neighbors as like the new generation of Giants football, the next like generation from Odell. It's crazy that the old generation and the new generation are now teammates. It's crazy. I could have never guessed that.
There's one guy you gotta add to the practice squad. All right.
Who?
Young Shep login.
Yes. When I saw the picture of Odell and Braxton Berrios, I was like,
Young Shep login.
Both of Sterling Shepard's numbers. Yeah, bring Young Shep back.
Login.
Young
all
Shep
right.
back.
Young Savages login. Bring him back.
Yes.
All right, bring him back from one last year. You don't gotta move, bro. Just get a rental out here for a year.
And another tidbit. Odell Beckham back on the team. We have Dallas Cowboys week 1. If we win, this is 2016 again. We just gotta minus the boat, bro. Minus the Miami boat, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. It's so funny. Let me switch it to OTAs. Where KB, you gotta take the lead because I ain't know anything. I don't
Yeah.
know nothing about what's going on with OTAs.
Listen, man, OTAs is looking good right now. Of course, we've had some injuries, right? So we had Roy Robertson Harris. I believe he tore his Achilles, which is not good. He was our projected starter
Oh,
at
yo, we
defensive
we had
tackle.
3 players tear our Achilles, right? That's
Yes,
actually worrying.
three. Yes, so three. One was an undrafted free agent who was actually looked at as probably being a guy that can make the roster. What was his name again? Oh man, why am I blanking on his name right now? I was really excited for him. Where is it here? Thaddeus Dixon. He tore his Achilles, and then now we have Gunnar Olszewski as well, who tore his Achilles. But other than that, it's been a pretty damn good OTA. Like, we're getting first of all, the rookies are killing it. The guy on the screen, Arvell Reese, the guy that I was extremely mad about when the Giants drafted him, is showing up to be really good. Like, he is making me be happy that he's on the team playing inside linebacker and Micah McFadden's on the bench. Like, I am happy Arvell Reese is out there right now with Tremaine Edmonds because with all the notes and all the articles, he is flying around out there, man. He is playing QB spy. He's playing the flats. They got him, stopping the run. He's doing well. He's stopping the pass. First of all, he's doing really good in coverage, which is something that I was really hoping to see. Now, we're just seeing these in articles, and of course, it's John Schmelke and freaking Dan Solomon, so they're going to say anything good about players. So I'll wait to see it myself. But if Arvell Reese learned how to cover and get his instincts at right, which is something that he struggled at in college, he is going to keep him at inside linebacker. Keep him there. Don't put him at edge rusher. If he winds up being really good with his instincts in zone coverage, keep him at inside linebacker, for crying out loud. He's going to want to move to the edge for the money. But if if the guy turns into an all-pro inside linebacker, who is he to say, I got to switch to the edge now? Like, come on.
Talk about real quick how good he's looked there, KB. Because like I said, I got no knowledge of it, but the tweets I've seen, they're like, he's flying around.
Yeah.
He looks like he's been there for 10 years.
I wish we had more media coverage so we could see more videos. We had one media day, and that's when they were inside, and we barely got to see anything. But shout out to SNY because they had the best practice videos ever. They showed the best practice highlights, and I wish we get more of that. But Arvell Reese has been flying out there, man, and every time. I think that it was five. He's been talked about in almost every single day, but I think 5 of them at least he made an impact play in the passing game. So it's that's something that I like to see. He's sniffing out the screens really well too. Calvin Austin was on a tear with these screens, and I'd imagine that it was Arvell Reese to stop it because that's what it said. It said that he was sniffing out screens, and I gotta imagine that it was Calvin Austin that he was stopping. So yeah, he's performing well. Colton Hood has two interception or 2 in OTA, so that he's playing really well. A couple of passes defense as well. Trying to think of any other rookies right now. It's hard to really gauge at this point. CC Mauigoa, they mention him that he's in the pin and pulling. He's he's looking really strong out there, but they can't really talk too much about the offensive line because they don't have pads on, so it's really hard to gauge. The defense wins all the time. Brian Burns and Abdul Carter have 3 sacks of practice. It's absolutely insane. They cannot be stopped when they have no pads on. So that's something that's going to be obvious. The young tackles, Marcus Bowe and J.C. Davis are looking good because we're not seeing Andrew Thomas out there. So,
yeah. I mean, that's just them managing Thomas more than anything, right? I don't think it's anything new necessarily.
He's not hurt. He's just being managed. And so
J.C. Davis was somebody
right
I remember after the draft. A lot of people were hyped for him. Apparently, a lot of people loved him right after the draft.
Yeah, a lot of people loved him. There was one particular guy on Twitter who kept mocking him to the Giants, and he was so excited when the Giants drafted him. But yeah, a lot of these rookies are doing well. Bobby Jameson Travis had a couple of run stops today, so that's nice. All the rookies are really showing out, and I'm happy about that. And they're able to compete in wherever they're lined up at, whoever they're lined up against. So yeah, and then the offense as well. Jackson Darr has thrown some interceptions, but he's been freaking wheeling and dealing touchdowns. A couple to Malachi Fields, a couple to Mooney, as Isaiah Likely, of course, and I think yesterday there was one to Theo Johnson. So they're doing well, man. I'm happy with it because it's not like it's not one-sided where it's just like offense doing well or just the defense. It's they're both kind of throwing punches. So I'm excited about OTAs.
I was gonna say you mentioned a lot how the offense has been making you happy, how that has been kind of clicking, especially in the receiving game and stuff like that. Let me hear a little bit about Colton Hood and how this defense, which is really what we're worried about more than anything. I mean, granted, Malik Neighbors' injury, it does make me a little worried on that side, but the defense was obviously the weak spot of the team.
Yeah, the Colton Hood is playing well. Here's the thing, I don't know. Listen, I'm hearing more about Colton Hood than Greg Newsome. I don't know if that's an agenda thing. I don't know, because it's not like you can get a background on every player that's in practice. Only who the writers decide to write about. But it seems like Colton Hood's having the better practicing right now, but I don't know if they're going to go with him as cornerback 2 automatically because they brought in Greg Newsome and paid him $8 million to $10 million for a reason, so they're going to give him a shot. But I think Colton Hood will eventually be like the starter at some point this season. So he's playing well. The safeties are actually really good. The safeties are doing well. Javon Holland has like a couple of interceptions. Jason Pinnock had 2 interceptions on Jackson Dart in one practice. Tyler Newbin.
Well, we know this defense should favor them a lot, and even Paulson Adebo, who I'm surprised I haven't heard much of, because he favors like a more aggressive defense as well.
Yeah. It's crazy. I haven't heard too much about Adebo. I hope he's not getting freaking mossed out there, but I haven't heard too much about him. But guys like Elijah Campbell, Ardarius Washington. I haven't heard about Ardarius Washington. Is he even at practice, guys? Is Ardarius Washington even at practice? Because I know he's coming off a torn ACL, so. I don't even know.
That's a good question.
But Elijah Campbell is someone that I'm surprisingly hearing about all the time now as like either getting interception or an interception coming off his hands. But the safeties look to be really good. But we'll see. As far as the defense goes, I'm still worried about the run, but having Tremaine Edmonds and Arvell Reese makes me feel a lot better because one of the biggest things that the Giants struggled with last season are the runs outside the tackles, and those are 2. If you could pick out a perfect combo of players to stop that, it would be freaking Arvell Reese and Tremaine Edmonds being with their explosiveness and sideline to sideline speed.
I mean, I don't really have too much to add, guys. Shout out to KB. He's been freaking killing it because I get notifications. He's been putting out basically OTA videos for every single day, giving you your coverage and giving you not only what's happening, but his opinions on what's happening. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, man.
Let's get over to now. Craziest NFL trade in recent memory? Right? Like, I think it definitely beats out Dexter Lawrence trade. Like, I think
craziest June 1st trades like we've seen. Well, the Garrett one. The Garrett one is.
I'm talking specifically about the Garrett one.
This
got to be the craziest one I've seen in recent memory.
Yo, the Rams are banking their entire future on this year, bro. Like they are.
I mean, they're literally
don't win a ring this year.
Yeah,
they're
doing
cooked.
2021 all over again. Look at it. They're doing except
and they won.
2021. The trade was for Stafford. Yeah, I think they added Jalen Ramsey. This time they added McDuffie and Garrett in the same offseason.
Oh my God, history's repeating itself. You're right. Holy crap.
They drafted Ty Simpson, which I still think was low-key a mistake, but I mean they're making up for it.
But they're making up for it.
Every other move.
They're making up for it.
They're making up for it.
Because I'm sure McVay, because he was pissed about that Ty Simpson thing. He was like, "Yo, if you don't make a blockbuster trade to get us over the hump, then fuck it, I'm out of here."
So here's the thing, right? Obviously, every single report for every single team take with a grain of salt. But the reports say that they've been exploring this trade since like the beginning of the offseason when the Browns restructured Myles Garrett's contract. So they were even exploring this trade.
I'm sure.
They were exploring this trade even before they drafted Ty Simpson. So it's been on the table for a minute. And I guess obviously June 1st contracts, we all know what that has to do with each other. They were like, now's the time. And honestly, shout out Jared Verse, great young player. I'm surprised it didn't cost them more than Jared Verse in the first. This was cheap for a KB, what is arguably the best player in the NFL.
But remember, he's 31, so it's not
I get it, but
compensate. It's not because of lack of production. It's how much you're gonna have him for. How long is Myles Garrett still going to be playing?
I agree with you. I think he got another 3 elite years in him. Let's be real.
No, but you just never.
We don't know, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
I
still
know,
he's
get it.
31. But here's the thing, he's still in his prime, and you
Yeah.
got him for a pick and a player.
No, but here's the thing that I think Cleveland. I don't think anybody fleeced each other. I don't think nobody fleeced anybody. But I think Cleveland
Nah, I
got a good
disagree.
deal out of this.
Do I think Cleveland got a good deal? Yes. But do I also think
Absolutely,
they got
because-
fleeced? No, I said yes. I
Listen.
said yes. But at the same time, I think they got fleeced because I think they should have gotten like 1 or 2 more picks in addition to this first round pick.
Bro,
This first
Burst
round pick is
counts as
essentially a
first round
second.
pick. He's in his what?
No, I get
third
it,
year,
bro. It should have been Jared Verse in like 2 or 3 picks. It's Miles freaking Garrett.
I know.
We've
But
seen only 2 other players like this in NFL history. It is
but I
J.J.
think there
Watt
was I think
and
there was
Aaron
another
Donald.
pick added. It was like a 4th or 5th or something like that.
Yeah, a 4th or a 5th. Because this first, KB, don't forget, this first is essentially a second because they're always going to go deep in the postseason.
Yeah.
This
Alright,
first
you're
is
right.
essentially a second.
Yeah.
I don't think they got
Especially if
fleeced.
especially if
I'm
they win
with
the
you,
Super Bowl,
but
especially if they win the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, it's gonna be at the 32nd overall pick.
it's going to be a second pick.
But listen, I think this was. I don't think anybody was gonna give up a player and a pick for Myles Garrett, and I think the Browns needed something. They needed something for the now and then something for the future because the Browns, believe it or not, the Browns are building something there. They got to figure out that quarterback position, but the Browns they got
And
a
they
little
added
team
another,
going on
and
right now.
they added another QB in this year's draft. I don't know what the hell they think they're gonna do.
Yo,
with the QB
and, yo, who
position,
was it?
man.
Who was it they took? Who they take?
Was it Carson Beck, or did Carson Beck go somewhere
No,
else?
no, Beck went to Arizona. No,
forget
but you're
where
right.
he
They did add another.
They added another QB.
Let me see. Taylor Green, yeah, but Taylor Green is like he ain't a quarterback, bro. He's ass. I know because he used to play for Boise. He's just he's gonna switch to freaking wide receiver. He's gonna switch to wide receiver for sure, or tight end or
Browns,
something
listen,
like that.
y'all should have traded him to the freaking
Oh, a
Cardinals.
2029 third.
They should have traded him to the Cardinals so they could have got that first overall pick and just take whoever the hell they needed at QB. Because
But,
they're gonna be
I know
better
Myles
than
Garrett
like
is
worse.
happy as hell.
Bro, I know
Myles
Jared
Garrett-
Verse wants to kill himself in Minecraft YouTube.
Yeah.
I know I know
you
he's
that was
sad
his-
as
You know
hell.
that was his childhood team, right?
I know he's from Ohio,
maybe
but was he
not.
a Browns fan as a kid? Was he a Brown? I know he's from
yes,
Ohio, but was he a
yes.
Browns fan as a kid?
Yes. He
Listen,
grew up a Browns fan.
It could be, bro. If the Knicks were still ass and I got traded to the Knicks, would I be happy? Yes. Would I be sad because I just went from a championship contending team to the ass Knicks? Yes.
Yeah. But think about it like this: if the Giants were always ass, like if they're always ass, and I got traded to the Giants, I'm happy. Like I want to be a Giant, you know. So maybe he's looking at it as a cup half full, sort of a glass half full sort of thing. But to me, for the Browns, I thought this was a great deal for them. Like I know you said that you wanted them to get more, but for what it is, because you're not winning anytime. You're not winning anytime soon. Myles Garrett is 31, 32 years old. Like there's no way nothing's gonna happen with Myles Garrett anymore. You're essentially paying him money for nothing. So get a young player that is in the same position as him that you could reset with in Jared Verse. Not the same type of player for sure. I understand that, but still a very, very good young ascending edge rusher. And you have another first round pick, and you get to reset. You get to save on cap space because a lot of people don't even realize that cap space is what is part of it as well. Where Myles Garrett's getting paid a shit ton of money. You know, you get to reset that and add that to the cap and be a rebuilding team with a lot of money to work with. So. Yeah, I think it was good for the Browns to reset from Garrett. I thought they should have moved on from him a long time ago because he was so good that there was no point of keeping him on the roster because the whole team was ass.
They lost arguably they're 2 greatest players in franchise history. Joe Thomas, to retirement, and then Myles Garrett on the other side this time to a trade because they had to do something, man. So it is what it is. What was there something? Oh yeah, AJ Brown. Rossini files confirmed. That's really all I could say about it, I guess. Like that's it.
Bro, they it was what was it? This year's first, or is it next year's first? Is it this year's first or next year's first?
For
Is
AJ
it
Brown.
2027 first? Yeah, I think it is. 2027 first,
okay.
and I think a 2028 fifth. So they still get a first out of it. I was hoping to God it would be like 2 seconds or something like that, so we could just rub it in the Eagles' faces. But they still got away with a first round pick. So it is what it is. But Knicks slander as soon as I join live. What are we doing? Knicks in final. Let me bring the 24.
What Nick slander, bro? What is he talking about?
Oh my God!
What are you
Don't tell
talking
me
about, bro?
Steven is watching from the past. I always get I always get somebody in the chat like that, just talking to themselves in the chat because they're looking at the rewinded live. Yeah, I got a bug in my room and it keeps flying on my freaking lights.
I don't know what to say about this AJ Brown trade other than like I mean we've been expecting it for so long, so I mean
Yeah,
and, Drake may get a weapon, like I guess.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, all right, I already knew this was happening at some point. I mean, we all, bro, this freaking like jersey swap is like forever years old, bro. Like we all knew this was coming. So, and it's his childhood team as well. So, you know, I'm sure he's happy. Hey, listen, if you could say if anybody's happy, it's these two, bro. If anybody's happy, it's these two. They went to the team that they prefer to be. Did you hear the rumor on why AJ Brown was so upset?
Apparently, it has to do with a girl, right? Is that the what you're talking about?
Yes.
I don't know. I just know it has to do with a girl. That's it.
And I saw Jackson Dart like the post too.
So what is it? Tell me the rumor.
So let me read it off because I can't remember off the top of my head because it's very soap opera like, very soap opera like literally like high school Mean Girls like gossiping and stuff like that. Football forever. Okay. Oh my God, and Makai Lemon has a hamstring injury. Love it. Love it.
Oh, Steven, you're talking about then. Oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. Yeah, I was just making the comparison, but the Knicks are not asked now. They're not asked now.
Oh,
Of course
yeah,
not.
my bad.
We
Steven.
spent like the
All right.
first 40 minutes of the show talking about the Knicks, by the way, guys. Go back and tune in if you want to see that.
All right, so I'm going to read this whole thing off, okay? A report... Blue. Sorry, I just want to tell my dog. You good? All right. A report has been published that suggests that A.J. Brown and Hassan Reddick, who were...
Hassan Reddick?
Bitch. Yes, Hassan Reddick. When Hassan Reddick was on the team for like a year, were seen with the same woman during the 2023 season. A massage therapist. Yo, first of all, I know massage therapists probably like, they see all these celebrities come in, they trying to get the bag. You already know they hone it out. I know. So that's not surprising to me at all. I just thought it's funny because we saw so much stories about massage therapists in past years. Earlier this year, I received a direct message from someone I trust on this app. According to that information, Reddick was involved in a dispute with number 11 over a massage therapist they had both been seeing in 2023. Though 11, I don't know why they keep saying that. Though number 11 allegedly did not know at the time. Interesting. This explains Reddick's abrupt trade, despite him being one of the best players on a championship caliber team. So this is now really tying together. And the document also suggests Jalen Hurts knew about it and said nothing. So it was like a break of the bro code. It was a break of the bro code.
So that's. I was gonna ask, how does this connect to Jalen Hurts? Because the very little I knew, Hurts was connected somehow. I'm like, all right, how does that give him a problem with Hurts to want?
Bro,
to
this
him
was
want to be
literally
traded?
Civil War. This was literally. You knew. Oh my God.
Jalen Hurts is the corniest dude in the game. So like, shit. You know what, man. And now he got Makai Lemon. Now he got Makai Lemon, who's gonna try and slitter up his jeans for like the rest of his career. So.
Yep. So I guess that's why AJ Brown just does not like Jalen Hurts now. So, apparently AJ Brown was in his feelings about a hoed out massage therapist. This is why you can't make a wife out of a hoe, guys. You just can't do it. Okay. Don't get in your feelings about it, guys. You just can't get in your feelings about it. They not loyal, bro. Not loyal. Lesson learned, AJ Brown. You gotta move. You gotta move like Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
You gotta move like Stephon Diggs, bro.
Does this make the Pats better? Yes. Are the Pats going back to the Super Bowl? Hell no, because they got lucky. I mean,
well, let me not say that because
isn't
Stephon Diggs going through a freaking assault? Not the assault part. I'm just talking about leaving hoes. That's it.
This guy, bro. But yeah, the Pats make it better. Yes. Are they back in the Super Bowl? Hell no. They got very lucky. I like every team that has a championship berth, even if they don't win the championship, luck is involved. But the Pats got hella lucky with injuries and all that stuff.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. First of all, isn't it kind of ironic that AJ Brown got traded because basically he got cheated on, but then he's going to a coach that cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's not forget. You know what I think a lot of people forget? The favorites in the AFC, in my opinion, are still the Broncos because everybody forgets that they got Jalen Waddle now. Everybody forgets that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're still the better team, man. They got Jalen Waddle. But then on the other side with Garrett, like the Rams are the Super Bowl favorites, man. Because the Seahawks, they got worse in the offseason. You know, they lost a lot of players. You know, I'd be very surprised to see if they, you know, successfully replace them all in one offseason. You know, they lost Kenneth Walker. Zach Charbonnet is still, you know, gonna be back from injury. They lost why am I forgetting his name? The great corner that for some reason only got a 1-year deal with the Eagles, which still confuses me why he wasn't picked up by. Yeah, it confuses me why he wasn't snacked up by another team for like a multi-year deal. You know, they lost some players. So Rams are Super Bowl favorites, man. And yeah, that's it, KB. Anything else? I found some Twitter posts I want to share real quick, but anything else?
Not really. I mean, when these OTAs finish on June 4th, which is like 2 days from now, like it's gonna go silent for a while. So I don't know what is there to look forward to, because training camp starts in July, so we just got a long drought of nothingness. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, just looking forward to training camp, man. Training camp and
The Knicks in the finals.
Yes, and of course Knicks in the finals. But yeah. Oh my God, yo, that background's cool.
Background.
Your background, the background for our stream.
How did you see it? If there's like something.
Because there was a pause. There was a slight pause when it was shifting the cameras.
Well, guess what? Another I use StreamYard generation. I was just like, give me a Knicks background with the city skyline.
Oh, for real? That was StreamYard AI?
Yeah,
That's
it took
dope.
a minute though. I had to like regenerate it a couple times and all that stuff. Like it took a minute, but it has the ability.
But does it give you like unlimited tries
it.
though? Does it give you like unlimited tries?
I don't know because I tried like 3 times when I got to it, so I don't know if the
Okay,
limit.
at least
what
it
if,
let you
what
do
if the
that,
limit
yeah.
is 3 and I hit it and I didn't know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at this, bro. Brazil baptized their team playing before they left for the World Cup. This is crazy.
Baptizer team playing. What the hell?
I mean, Brazil is probably like the country, like when you think of soccer, it's Brazil, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think they're even close to favorites to win the World Cup, though. No.
I mean, they haven't been.
Isn't everybody?
They haven't
talking
been
about,
great.
Portugal this year.
I don't know who they're talking about because I don't follow World Cup like that. But like, yeah, they haven't been great in a minute. But you know, historically type shit.
Yeah.
Let me see the other one. That I want to show.
Brazil.
Okay, do you know who KG is? Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
Okay. Kevin Garnett, low-key, has been not a fan, but like a supporter of the Knicks, even going back. Yeah, even going back to like when Randall was here. But let me share this real quick, and then I'll press play.
He was right about though was the San Antonio Spurs making it to the NBA Finals. He called that 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, man. I don't want to hear that shit, man. That man
27
chose like
years.
9 people, man. They gonna win it? They gonna win it. Bet. They gonna win it. Bet, nigga. Bet. Knicks finna smite. Man, oh my goodness. Hey, nigga. Can the boy play in the pressure cooker? Huh? Can he come in Madison Square and play? And ain't no going to play no chess and going to Carbones and think you gonna be in the streets of New York? Nah, nigga. You gonna be in that hotel room. Ain't no going out, nigga. You don't wanna be out in this storm. You don't wanna be out in this Knicks storm, nigga. Right.
God damn! Look at the Prize Picks logo in the background. I'm sure they got something to say about that.
Fuck you talking about, nigga? Damn. Knicks gonna bone these niggas.
Yo, what network is that, bro? Holy shit!
I think this is just his podcast.
What's that? That watermark up top.
KG certified. It's his podcast.
Oh, it's his podcast.
So he must have not. He no spur, nigga. I talked to Wimby. I talked to Wimby.
Is he from New York, by the way?
No, and then he's like a Boston Celtic and Minnesota Timberwolf, and then he also says it in the clip. He helped Wemby train this offseason too.
Oh my God.
I talked to Wimby. I'm not a Spur.
I didn't say
Ever,
you're
nigga.
not a Knick.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
I'm
not
not
a
a
Knick.
Knick.
What you talking about then?
I'm not a Knick. I said the Knicks gonna beat their ass. You ain't talking this. Now you Wimby?
I just
Let's
said
go,
I just
KG.
said- What you mean now? I said this halfway through the season.
When?
Man, we got it on tape. We're going to bring it up.
Man, you're a gambler. I get it.
You
You pick San Antonio. They gonna win the series.
It was
Okay.
like how long? 2 months
Before the playoffs
Let's
started.
go, Let's go, Madison, man. Let's hear it.
Bro, and then shout out to KG, bro, because like I said, he's been low-key a supporter of the Knicks, like even when Randall was here, because he just liked the dog that the Knicks had even then, bro. And I love that, man. KG's great.
That's so that's awesome. That is
And
awesome.
then the final, oh, go ahead, go ahead. The final one, if you got anything to say about that, I'm pulling up the final one.
No, that's pretty cool. I like to see support for, I talked about it earlier about how a lot of people are like coming in to support the Knicks. I love to see it, man. It's not something I'm used to seeing as a Giants fan. So.
Look at our captain, the Brunson burner, Captain Clutch are his
Clutch.
nicknames. Low-key one I like that I saw on Twitter, the Brunisher. I don't know why.
Oh
I
my
like that
God,
one.
that
The
I
Brunisher,
don't
man,
think
that's good.
That ain't gonna stick.
That's good.
That ain't
No,
gonna
that's
stick.
good, bro. The Brunisher, it's
Yo,
not gonna
that
stick,
sounds
but I like
that
it.
sounds like something Josh Hart would quirky, like something witty that he would say in a press conference next to Jalen Brunson. Like yeah, that's the
Amen.
Brunisher right there.
Right now, you've obviously established yourself. You've built a career and your name and reputation. But has there ever been a point in your career, your life, where you felt like maybe you had imposter syndrome, or you didn't belong, or you weren't comfortable in the spotlight, or wherever you were?
The only time is probably my rookie year, going into my rookie season and playing pickup with the team in Dallas, and then obviously watching Luka do his thing so effortlessly. And it's something I talked about, I don't know when, but a while ago publicly, but that was probably the only time. And it made me kind of question myself to see how hard I actually had to work to be in the position I wanted to be.
Right now, you've obviously
I love it, man. I love it.
That's my goal.
We all
By
know
the
he's
way-
still getting doubted.
By the way, when I move tabs, do I still freeze?
Oh, do it. Let me see.
Hello?
No, it's good. And I'm assuming I didn't either because
good?
I've been switching tabs all night.
No, you're good. You've always been good. You never freeze though. When I switched tabs, I guess that was a bug that they fixed. Thank God, man.
Hopefully, because Restream is like we literally talked about
Yeah, I
it,
know.
like,
we on
very
the
briefly,
precipice of switching.
We're like, just give us another. I mean, streamer, you've given us plenty of reasons, but do it again, bro. See what happens.
Give me one more
Do it
reason.
again.
One more.
Give me one more reason. See what happens, man. Y'all are lucky you're so convenient.
Aaron
Jesus,
Donald
man.
returns in Avengers, dude. Yo, if Aaron Donald wouldn't come out of retirement, he already did everything he wanted to do. He ain't gonna come out.
I mean,
Everybody-
who
everybody's
hit him
scared
up?
of that.
Jordan Schultz hit him up, I think, and he was like, he's considering it, but like he could just be saying that.
Yeah, he
So.
could have just. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come out. Yo, speaking of Doomsday, we should be expecting that trailer any moment now.
I gotta, I'm waiting for it because I need to get me hype. I know I'm going to be seated. I'm not gonna say
They're
it and lie,
going
y'all,
to
but I need it
drop
to get me
it.
hype.
They're gonna drop it this month. And there's no doubt in my mind they're dropping it this
Well, I
month.
mean, Spider-Man is in a couple months, right? They might save it
No,
to come out
Spider-Man's
with
in
Spider-Man.
July.
That's what I'm saying.
Spider-Man's
They might save it for when you sit down for Spider-Man. It like the first time it plays is gonna be when
That
you
would
sit down
be
for
ass
Spider-Man.
though, because if you look at all, like, somebody went back and looked at when the first trailer dropped for all the Avengers movies, and it was always around this time frame. Right now it's 199 days until the premiere. I think the longest that they waited was 180 something. Like, they had, like, as far as how consistent they are, they should be dropping it this month. But you're right. That's what I'm scared of. You're right about that, but that's what I'm scared of.
I wouldn't mind, honestly. Speaking of things that
No,
you're
I want to
excited
see the
for,
trailer. At least one of them.
It's just a month more, bro. It's not that long.
Bro, it already got released at freaking Comic-Con. We want to see it.
You didn't watch the leak yet?
No. Bro, I'm not watching some bootleg ass freaking record on my potato from the corner of the freaking screen shit.
That's on you, brother, because I already saw a trailer.
And then
All I
you
did
hear
was look at the
freaking
leak.
lo-fi. You can barely hear the words that are coming out of people's mouths. Like, no, I don't like that. I want to see
But-
the actual trailer.
Speaking of other media, I'm excited for. You guys know, like, I'm an Xbox guy. Xbox been in the gutter. Shout out to the new CEO because she's been doing a lot to repair the brand and lowering Game Pass. I'm considering getting Game Pass again because I'm also, you guys know I'm a big Halo fan. I'm also a big Forza fan. and I want to play the new Forza game, and obviously
Do you
that
have
comes included
the
with Game
steering wheel?
Pass. No, because I played on console. So,
I know, but
mean,
they don't they have that for console?
I'm assuming they do, but I usually associate it with PC. But no,
Oh, yeah.
I love Forza, man. Forza, and you know my TV setup is right there. Like it's gonna be great just seeing beautiful. Forza is probably the most beautiful game out in gaming because like they
Yeah.
focus on the graphics. They just focus on making it look good. And then also two other. I might go broke because I want to play that Lego Batman game, Legacy of the Dark Knight, where
Oh
it's like
my
all of the
God,
biggest Batman
bro. You
moments.
too? Oh my
And-
God. It's
and I
literally
wanna
Lego
play-
Batman, bro.
Have you not had fun playing Lego? What the fuck was that?
Bro, I've played
You don't have
Lego
fun playing
games.
Lego Batman?
I've played Lego games, but all Lego games play the same. Like I don't care.
well,
for,
I'll say
like, they're
I've
quick
only
little
played
fun
Lego
games, but I'm
Batman.
not paying $60 for a freaking Lego game, bro.
That's why you wait 2 months for it to go on sale. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting 2 months for it to go on sale, and the only Lego game I've ever played is the Lego Batman games because I love the Lego Batman games. The couch co-op with like my cousin or
Shit,
something like that or a friend.
because I was planning to stream video games. I wanted a single player game to stream or like a story game to stream. Maybe I stream that.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, and the third game that's gonna make me go broke is 007 First Light. That shit looks fire.
I heard a lot of people
looks
don't like it.
fire.
Though. I heard there's people that don't like it though.
You know what? I didn't play
like
it yet.
some
Yeah.
some freaking physics or whatever. Then the driving physics. Apparently, like the freaking.
It's a fucking 007 game. Why are they focused on? No, like honestly, people like
Yeah.
that piss me off.
Yeah,
You're
I know.
focused
I
on
know. I never
driving
played
physics
it.
in a
I
spy
never played
game.
it. Never played it.
No,
never watched
I-
the walkthroughs. But I'm just
I'm not
hearing.
talking
I'm
to
just
you.
going out
I'm
what I heard.
talking to
Yeah.
them. No, I'm talking to them because I know exactly what you're talking about, and thankfully, people online have also given them shit because it's like, why you focus on driving mechanics in
Yeah.
a spy game? Like, what are we doing? This is not Forza. You want driving mechanics? Go play Forza.
Yo, hot take. Ready for this hot take? Hot take. I might buy Modern Warfare 4 just for the campaign.
That's definitely a hot take.
Did you see the campaign trailer?
Nope.
That shit looks nuts.
Give
I'm-
it a month.
Should-
I always
should
say that to them.
spoil
Like,
it?
give it a month.
Can I spoil what's
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
trailer?
yeah.
It's Ghost versus Captain Price.
They baiting you with hype moments and aura, bro. That's what I'm hearing.
Bro, that's
They're
gonna be
baiting you with
ultimate
hype-
aura. That's
they're
gonna be
baiting
bro.
you-
That's
they're
like
baiting you with hype
Superman
moments and
versus
aura?
Batman. That's literally
Oh,
Superman versus
man.
Batman.
So they're,
Come
so they're
on.
baiting you with all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't get it, KB. I'm saying give it a month. Give it a month. See what see.
Oh,
what
I
it's
know. I
like.
probably won't buy it on release, but you know
Yeah.
the campaign's gonna be spoiled in a couple days after release. Like, I want to be able to play it, but basically,
Yeah.
Ghost is pissed off because Captain Price basically committed a war crime in killing Shepard in cold blood, and Ghost is basically for the government. He's shilling for the government, and Captain Price is like fuck the government. So this is gonna be like Captain America: Civil War all over again. Yeah,
Shout out to Modern
I'm
Warfare
on
4
Team
trailer.
Price. Fuck that.
You got my guy. You got my guy. Go
And
with
it's in
North
Korea. And it's North Korea versus. Come on, it's in Korea. It's awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be freaking. And Valeria's back in there. Oh, baby girl, Valeria's back in there.
Speaking of women, you know in 007 First Light.
Oh
before you
my
start
god,
the
I know what you're
mission-
talking about.
Before you start the mission, you could bag somebody if you want to. You could knock somebody down and then go on the mission, yo.
Bro,
That's
what's
so
the name
funny
of the
to me.
girl? What's the name of the
That's so
freaking
funny to
Bond
me.
girl in that one, bro? She is fire, bro. I love how animated, like
Yeah.
freaking graphics are
I
getting
saw-
more and more better this year.
This
I mean,
guy's a
this-
gooner,
this
bro.
era.
This guy's a gooner.
Bro.
But I saw a tweet, yo. I saw a tweet that said somebody's like, you know damn well I'm taking Shorty down before I start the mission every time. Because it's an option. You can ignore her and go straight to the mission, or you can just take somebody down and then start the mission. Listen.
That's funny.
Oh, man. But yeah, guys, they might get me back just so I could get Forza on a discount, like through Game Pass. And like I
This is a
said,
year
shout
for
out to new
gaming, man.
CEO because she's trying a lot to undo the damage that Xbox did to itself.
And she
We'll
got a
see.
lot of hate. Well, I know
Because she
why
was
she
an
got
AI
hate.
CEO. She was an
Yeah,
AI
not
CEO.
only that is
but
that she didn't have any
Yeah.
background. She doesn't know gaming
Yeah.
at all. So like,
But-
I
but
get
then
it.
the
You don't
AIC
want any larpers. In power.
The AI background helped turn out to be helpful because she knew where AI was useful because she basically
lot
shut
of
down
analytics,
Microsoft.
yeah.
She basically shut down Microsoft trying to force AI into Xbox and stuff like that. And so like the knowledge helped her there. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. Listen, Phil Spencer, when he started out, he was a good CEO at first, and then he made things go to shit. So we got to see how it goes.
Yeah,
So,
he was the one that literally admitted that they lost a console war. So once you admit defeat, you're never gonna pick yourself back up. So
yeah. All right, chat, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in there. It's been great. We chat about so many things. Knicks in the finals. Oh, yeah, I told this to you guys before. I think I mentioned it on stream before with KB, but, like, as soon as I stop streaming the Knicks game, they go on an 11-0 streak. I'm not streaming any of the finals games, guys. Like, I just can't take the chance.
Yeah.
You guys know we're superstitious. Like, I'm very, very superstitious. I can't take the chance. And on top of that, I'm going down to the city literally tomorrow night so I can be in the city for the finals. Like, so next week's episode, if we do have one, if we're both free, like, I'm going to be probably on my parents' bed with my laptop doing it. Like, that's how it's going to be. But I just, I can't take chances, man. And I want to be back in Queens. You know, I'm probably going to go to a couple watch parties just so to get the atmosphere and the Knicks feeling back, man. But that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and we out. Peace.